Alright, everybody read the title, so let's just jump right into it. For quite some time now, there has been a little bit of a back and forth, legally speaking, between PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds and a similar Battle Royale title, although similar is up for debate here. That's a really loose word. Fortnite. A while ago, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds hinted at further legal action because they feel like Fortnite has stolen their concept, and they feel that copyright infringement has occurred. Nothing really came of that at the time, and it really got a lot of laughs as far as I could tell in my circle of gamers. It was something that was comedic in nature because it really didn't seem founded. Well, flash forward to today, and PUBG, the studio behind it, is legitimately suing Fortnite in South Korea. It's important to understand the prior relationship that these two companies have if you're going to dissect why this lawsuit exists and where it may lead in the future. Number one, they did have a previous partnership. That's Epic Games, responsible for Fortnite, and Bluehole, which is responsible for PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. They had a contract of some kind, though the exact wording of said contract is probably only known to a very specific few people. However, it was likely extensive, and it pertained to a lot of different gameplay features, probably marketing, and a whole bunch of other areas. So they had a pre-existing relationship, and there is contracts that exist somewhere in the universe. Standing on its own 2 feet, a lawsuit about copyright infringement in this case to me seems completely absurd. Fortnite and PUBG and H1Z1 and all the other battle royales out there can't really sue each other, just like League of Legends can't sue Dota and vice versa. I mean, maybe they could, but it's really absurd, and I think that it really just needs to die. The concept of suing a rival game or a competitor just because they're doing well and they have a similar concept does not make it okay. However, what really matters is the language of the contract. There's this thing called non-competitions. There are various other legal terms that could exist in that contract that make Fortnite producing a battle royale at the time that they did illegal. I don't know if they exist. I don't know if that's the case. But what we could be looking at is a contract violation rather than a copyright infringement lawsuit. It may be labeled as such, but there are a lot of other factors going on here. As it stands, just as copyright infringement, I think PUBG has a really flimsy case. I don't think they have any right to be suing Fortnite or anyone else for that matter. I think it's really stupid that they proceeded in this way if they don't have some kind of alternative argument of some kind. If they don't have something in contract form to back this up, if there wasn't a non-competition or something else like that, then I don't know what they're doing. So it makes me believe that there's something deeper in this lawsuit than just, oh, they stole our concept. Because PUBG actually has a lot of assets, and it's based off of the Unreal Engine. It has a lot of assets that are not exclusive to their game, that you can basically purchase right now. Anyone could, and put them in any game. And this whole argument seems like it's falling apart at the seams unless you dive deeper. The outcome of this lawsuit is actually very, very important, though, and I think that a lot of gamers are kind of looking at this, even subconsciously, and understanding that it will set a precedent. If PUBG, without a deeper argument or without any sort of contract infringement or anything like that, if they win this lawsuit purely based on the fact that Fortnite is, I mean, aesthetically, it's not even similar to PUBG. It's a third-person only game. It has the whole building mechanic. I don't think that there's any similarity in assets whatsoever. I just don't see the comparison that PUBG is drawing. But if they win this lawsuit based on this very flimsy argument that they just have a similar concept, it will set a precedent. And then we could see anything unfold, really. I mean, you could have games that are just vaguely similar out there suing each other because they're competitors and they're targeting the same demographic of gamers. Another thing that could make this kind of extra spicy, this whole unfolding of events, is that Fortnite already has a history of suing people, Epic Games that is, including a 14-year-old hacker, and that blew up in their face. And then you also have Bluehole and PUBG, who are also responsible for suing a bunch of people over really frivolous things. They sued NetEase earlier for copyright claims as well in mobile games, Rules of Survival in their mobile game, and Knives Out, which is a Chinese gaming giant, and they've really been all over the place, and they've been suing people, and they're acting like petty school children right now. Honestly, if you really want my, base opinion of this, I think both companies are acting in an absurd fashion. The lawsuit was actually filed in January of 2018, but only recently became public. And if you look at the monthly analytics that a lot of other content creators have done in the recent past, you can see that PUBG is no longer competing with Fortnite in the same light. The previous record for concurrent players ever was set by PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, and then it was broken by Fortnite not too long after that. And Fortnite has been on a steady climb since. It's been going up, and PUBG has been declining since January, or perhaps since even before that. What do all of you think is going to come from this? It's really up in the air still at this point, and it really will set a precedent. Should we have similar games suing each other? Should we have games that are competing for certain, gamer demographics and their wallets suing each other over the fact that they are similar? What kind of market does that create? If you have two very large, successful games that are bringing something unique to the market, but then they just go head to head over copyright because they are similar, knowing that they could bite off a bigger chunk of the pie if their competitor did not exist, so they try and forcefully and legally strangle them to death to create more market space and market share for themselves. What kind of environment does that create for the gamer? That restricts options, and it's going to be a whole different landscape if that kind of precedent is set. Also, what do you think of the past that both of these companies have? I mean, you have these previous types of legal engagements that really seem pointless or over the top by both of these different companies. You also have previous work experience of PlayerUnknown, who is the founder behind PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, in H1Z1, which is also a battle royale. Why are these companies acting the way that they are with their previous job experience and histories? It really doesn't make any sense at all. I mean, who should be suing who, and why is this all a thing? Let's discuss in the comments down below. Anyways, I'll wrap it up there. This is less investigative journalism and more just discussion piece. I recognize that, but hopefully something good will come of it. I do have new audio equipment again, and I'm looking for feedback on that because I'm kind of sorting through options at the moment before I proceed really down any one road. Hopefully this is higher quality, but yeah. Check out the other links down below if you want to support the channel. We've got the Facebook group, a Discord server. I do stream on Twitch from time to time. Various other ways that you can get involved. We have our own website and forums for gamers, so check those out as well. But I'll cut it there. Thank you, as always, for watching, and have a nice night.